Hi everyone, Dee Powell here. Facebook says, you're live, we're building an audience for you. So I just want to say hi. Today is Saturday, 28th of January, 2017. I put a post on my page a little bit ago, a picture of my brother Dave. My brother Dave was 2 years younger than me. Number 4 of 6 children. And he was the first boy after 3 girls were born. And I kind of just want to talk a little bit about my brother tonight as kind of a tribute to him, even though I put a post on my wall. My brother was an amazing person, very smart. He was my friend growing up as a child. We used to play together. We did crazy things. We did make-believe games. We used to play army. We used to climb trees together. We used to play cowboys and Indians because, cowboys and Indians back in the day were a big deal. Everything on TV was all about cowboys and Indians, right? So, he was someone I played with as a child. I have 2 older sisters, and I had my 3 younger brothers. Now, the funny thing is, my 2 older sisters were redheads. I mean, really redheads. And then I was born, and I was like a dirty blonde, right? And then David was born, and he was a bright redhead. Still got coughing a little bit here from my being sick. So, anyway, so I always kind of felt a little out. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining me. I always felt a little, out. And then the other 2 brothers were born, and then neither one of them had red hair. So that was good. I kind of felt a little better, right? But, David, he died today, 11 years ago today, and he had cancer. And he had a very rare form of cancer, and there was no treatment for it. And I was reading something that my sister wrote before he died, and thinking about how time flies, and it's been 11 years and since my brother passed away, and a lot of the little intricate details that she had written in this about my brother, it just brought it all back to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that. But, siblings are really important, and siblings are, they help you to learn how to navigate in life, navigate how to get along with the world, how to get along with people. And my brother and I used to fight a lot. And, but, he would be the first one to defend me, and I would be the first one to defend him. And I was thinking back, I remember a time when my brother was having a fight with one of the neighborhood kids. And oh gosh, he must have been maybe 6 and maybe I was 8. And this kid, Ricky, and him were having a fight, and they're rolling around on the ground. And all of a sudden his mother, this kid Ricky's mom, came. And she was a fairly big woman. I mean, she was really big, right? And she went up to my brother and she grabbed him around the neck. And she was trying to get my brother off her son. Well, I wasn't looking at it as from a mom's perspective because I was maybe 8 or something. I was looking at it. She was trying to kill my brother because all I saw was her hands, around his neck. And so I I went and I jumped on this woman's back. Now, I don't know, she must have been 300 pounds or something. I don't know. She was a very large woman. And all I like this, I was a skinny little kid, you know, I was like skin and bones, and I jumped on this woman's back, and I'm beating on her back, going like this, you get off of my brother, stop hurting my brother. And I was just, you know, and when I think of my brother, I think about those things, you know, the times where, you know, we stood up for each other and we defended each other. And I think about the times where, you know, I can yell at my brother and call him names, but don't you do it, you know, kind of thing. And yeah, I miss my brother. He was a character. He was an absolute character, and I miss him a lot. I do. I really do. But that was just one of the things that, you know, it was just one of the things I was thinking about today. Kind of like a remembrance day for him, you know. And, you know, I think we all have people, you know, a lot, especially at my age. I'm 60 years old. So, you know, you've gone through life and you've had people pass away, you know, and it's really hard to realize that they're gone, you know. They're gone. They're gone. You're never going to see them, you know. And I remember, you know, I've watched my great-grandmother passed away, and then my grandfather, and then it was my grandmother, then my grandfather, then my other grandfather, then my grandmother, in the span of 5 years. You know, I had 5 grandparents pass away, and you know, I've lost numerous aunts and uncles and stuff over the years. So, you know, it's hard to when you lose someone that you love. It's really hard. But as it goes on, I think that time really, you know, people tell you time heals, you know, you never really get over the loss of them, but the deep despair when someone passes over time, I think, is what leaves you. I mean, I still get teary-eyed when I think about him, you know, being gone. But, you know, it's just that I try to remember, you know, the fun stuff, the good things, you know. And so this really tonight is sort of just a little tribute to my brother. I really miss him. He was loud. He was obnoxious. He was crazy. He was spoiled when he was little because us girls, we spoiled him. Oh my gosh, did we spoil him? Because he was a boy, right? And it was 3 girls. Oh no, we have a brother. So we really did spoil him. But, you know, I remember him as a little kid with his little puppy dog that he used to carry around, a like stuffed animal puppy dog he used to carry around. And it's just things like that, you know, that really bring, hi Robert, that bring, you know, joy to me when I think about him and stuff. And, of course, you know, I know he's in heaven, so that's also a great comfort too. But, you know, memories are important. And, if you've lost someone recently, hold on to the memories, because the memories that you have of your loved one, no one can take those away from you. Even though your loved one is no longer with you, you can always close your eyes, you know, and bring them back to you and see them. And sometimes you dream about them, you know. Shortly, well, I guess maybe 6 months or so after my brother passed away, I had a dream. Well, my father had passed away 10 months before my brother. And I had a dream. I had a dream about my dad. And in my dream about my dad was like walking up the hallway of a house we used to live in my dream. And he had this big smile on his face that was like so big. It was like the biggest smile I ever saw on my dad's face. And I'm walking up the hallway, and there he is with his arms stretched out wide. And he grabbed a hold of me in my dream, and he hugged me. And he hugged me in such a tight hug that I actually woke up feeling his hug. And that was amazing to me. And so our memories are important. Our memories of lost, people that we've lost in our lives, our memories of those that we love, are something that we have that we need to hold on to, and that we need to reflect on and remember them, because no one can ever take our memories away from us. No one can ever take that time that we had with our loved ones away from us. And it's important. It's important to remember the good times. And yeah, sure, there's probably always bad times that have always happened, Like, the times when I used to fight with my brother Dave, and he, after a certain point in time, he was, by the time we got into like high school or whatever, he was big. He was a big guy. He used to play football, and he was like this big, gigantic guy, Hi, Mary. Thanks for joining. Thanks. And he was like this big, big guy. And we'd get into fist fights sometimes. And I would resort to laying down on the floor and kicking him, because I was no match for him when it was, as far as, fighting or whatever. But I loved him. It didn't matter. I loved him dearly. But yeah, he was a very boisterous guy. But he loved sports. He loved sports. My father loved sports. All my brothers loved sports. And sports was their life, They all played ball. They all... Dave coached. My brother, he coached. He coached Little League. And over in Oakland Park, he was always at the field, always coaching some team, And he was amazing in it. And it was good. And he loved kids, and he loved coaching. And he was amazing. He was amazing. He was supposed to go to college to be got a free scholarship when he was in high school. And he got a scholarship to go, I think it was MIT. I think it was. My sister will probably correct me if I'm wrong. But, and he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to go away. And so he didn't take it. In the end, he became an engineer anyway, but he did it on the job, learned it on the job. He worked for a machine shop for a really long time and became an engineer. So, he was just really incredible. He was smart. He got straight A's in school and didn't even have to study. But, I struggled. I always had to study. Anyway, I just want to talk a little bit about, my brother. And cherish your family. Cherish the ones that are here. Cherish the ones that have gone on before us, because, you have your memories, and I'm grateful that I have my memories, and I'm grateful that I had my brother, and I'm grateful that he accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior before he passed, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that he's with Jesus in heaven. So that just makes me so happy. That just makes me so extremely happy, because I know that one day I'll see him again. And that's amazing to me. So anyway, cherish your loved ones. No one can take your memories away. And that's really all I had for you tonight. And I wish you a happy Saturday night. And love your family. Tell them you love them every day. There's no guarantees for tomorrow. God bless you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow. God bless.